Let's do a little team building guide here. Today what we're going to be doing is doing a team building guide for Regulation H, and today we're going to be building around Copperajah. Copperajah, really underrated Pokemon, but he gets so many cool techs. Has that 30 base speed, 130 base special attack. Like in any other real format from like the 2019 previous seasons, this Pokemon would have been an absolute slayer. It gets Sheer Force, it gets Heavy Metal. Sheer Force's ability we're probably going to be able to feature, making our secondary effect moves do no secondary effects, but 1.3 more damage. So when we put stuff like Iron Head on this guy, we're able to absolutely slap the damage. This thing gets a lot of really good moves. You can go Curse sets, you can go Body Press sets, you can go Weird Endeavor sets. It gets moves like Heat Crash, High Horsepower, Knockoff, Outrage, Play Rough is another move that benefits from the Sheer Force. So there's a bunch of different things you can actually do with Copperajah. You can build it with Whirlwind as well to gives yourself like a way to check other people that are trying to like trick from your TR and, you know, do other weird stuff like that. He gets access to Fisher. Like, this guy gets a lot of really cool moves. So I think I'm probably gonna do a little team building guide for this guy. And if anyone has any questions about, you know, how I like to build my team from scratch, or, you know, what Pokemon I'm adding, or maybe Pokemon you want to see me feature, please think about letting me know. And yeah, let's get right into this. So Copperajah, the role of this guy is basically going to be usually on like a Trick Room. Like I said, people like to put it with Sheer Force. A lot of people like to play this guy with like an Assault Vest, make him, you know, cover up for the fact he doesn't have the best Spadef, and then maybe add like an Intimidator and make this guy like kind of chonk out with like the 122 base HP. It has a lot of good things going for it. Being able to live through like a Final Gambit, Annihilate, you know, full all-in right there. So it's actually pretty nice being able to live through that. That being said, I think you could build an AV. You could also go into like a heavy aggressive set with like a Life Orb. And, you know, Life Orb, the Sheer Force takes away the secondary effect of the Life Orb doing that chip to you. So you do even more damage. So if you get the TR up, you can use Copperajah to like lock out Ursalunas from having an effect in the game, lock out those Clefairies, and just like generally win the game, right? So that's something you definitely can do with this Pokemon. Another thing you could do with it is, you know, you could give yourself like Heavy Metal and go for like Bulldoze Play to just make it like a weird AV mon that like slots onto teams to just like, you know, be like a chonky Steel Pivot, which I think is very underrated in this format. Let's start thinking of mons we actually want to do or surround Copperajah with to actually let it, you know, achieve its fullest potential. So let's think, what do we really want to do? I think we should probably play it with TR. And I want to say, the first thing I like to do when building teams is you don't need to do anything. You don't need to select abilities, you don't need to select moves, you don't need to select your Teras, you just need to select the mon. And then like add other mons you think might complement its playstyle. So let's see, what is the first mon that we think we might want to surround this guy with? Let's take a look at some of the things that get Trick Room, right? Because I think Trick Room might be the way that people kind of want to play this thing. So Trick Room is going to be down here. And since we're searching this out, maybe like a Comfey. Ooh, that could be kind of cool with like Floral Healing. You can go into like a weirder setup with like a Dusclops or something like that, maybe. You can go for a Rigraff, very standard. You can go things like Gallade. We gotta think, what does Copperajah just standard steel typing do to cover up for some of these weaknesses as well? That's why I kind of thought about the Comfey. I'm like, oh man, Copperajah is weak against like fighting. Like Comfey is a good pivot. Oh, Comfey's weak against steel and poison. Like Copperajah is a really good one here. That's awesome. Didn't realize Comfey got Trick Room. Yeah, let's go Comfey then. I think Comfey could be a really usable choice here. I think Comfey is very viable. So Comfey is going to be one of our Trick Room setters. Normally, one good rule of thumb when playing with Trick Room, in my opinion, is to have at least 2 setters. And those 2 setters, I really think it's a good idea if they have like different defensive types. So what we don't want to add here is another like fairy type that sets TR. So we don't really want another hat. What we want is another Pokemon who the moves that like are good against Comfey are not good against the other one. So let's go back to the Trick Room here. So go back to the Trick Room, and it would be nice if we could find a mon that sets TR that doesn't have the same weaknesses as Comfey, that also covers up for some of the weaknesses that Copperajah has. So you make a triangle there of 3 mons that kind of work together. I think the best one here is actually right at the top. It's going to be Armarouge, right? Having that Flash Fire to cover up for the fact that Copperajah has that weakness there to fire moves. And so like, what's good against Comfey? Steel moves is like double pivot here. What's good against Armarouge? Things like dark attacks, you pivot in here. It all kind of makes sense. What's good against Copperajah? Fighting moves, you pivot in here, you pivot in here. Do you see how these guys all kind of like come together and give you guys a really like cool team that makes it look like it does one thing? And now it's up to you to add like the rest of the mons to like kind of give yourself a little outplay potential, right? So yeah, let's think about what else we want to do here. You could go super standard from here and add things like NDD, You can go super standard and add like the rest of the TR core, Ursa Luna, you know, maybe like an Incineroar Torkoal, and that would be fine. I don't think that's how I'm going to play it. I think what I'm going to do here is go a little bit more degenerate. I'm going to go Indity, right? And then I'm going to go Sneasler, right? And then the last Mon that I'm going to go here, I'm trying to think. We need one more Mon for what I kind of want to do, and I'm really thinking about it. I think it'd be nice to have a good matchup against, like, Pelipper, because I think Pelipper gives, like, this core too big of an issue. It'd be really nice to just lock Pelipper out of the game. What would be the best way to do that? Let's think about it. You could say Torkoal, but if they bring in the Pelipper after the Torkoal, you are cooked. I wish you could do like a Rock Blast user. Like this one is right there. Are we going to go loaded dice? Copperajah, you say T-Tar? T-Tar is definitely usable. I think T-Tar is usable for sure. Rock Blast Copperajah though, dude, that could be kind of nice. I'm still thinking what I want to get done here. Maybe one more Mon that kind of works in TR. Throw on Bombardier. Nah, Bombardier's too deep. We need one more Mon here that I want. I'm trying to think. Amoonguss actually kind of works here. I know that sounds kind of weird. We have room for one more really cool Pokemon before I kind of show what this team's supposed to be doing. Maybe not. I want something that's really good into Pelipper. I don't think Arcanine is good into Pelipper. Let's just start looking at Mons and think like maybe something like a Gastro is kind of where I'm looking. That's like where I actually really like that. Gastrodon is really good. It works in the TR mode, and it says Pelipper and Archaludon and Basculegion hold the fat L. It's a perfect Mon here. It's great. And so another thing you want to do when you're playing these teams is like look at a lot of your weaknesses. You don't want to stack a lot of the same weaknesses. We have 2 weaknesses to Dark on Armarouge and Indity. We have a weakness to Steel on Comfey. We have 1 weakness to Grass on Gastrodon that we cover up for with Sneasler, Armarouge, and Copperajah. We have a weakness on Copperajah to Fire that we cover up for with Armarouge and Gastrodon. We have weaknesses on Sneasler, Armarouge, and Copperajah that we all have weaknesses to Ground on those Pokemon. And so we need to maybe use 1 Tera to disincentivize that. So we might be able to use a Grass Tera on at least one of those Mons to make sure we only have 2 weaknesses to any specific Mon at a time. And let's get into this building here. So this is where I like to just add moves that I think are going to be important for the Mon to have. I don't know if we need Rock Blast, but we're going to add moves that we know have to be on these Mon sets. Iron Net is a must on Copperajah. It gets the Sheer Force boost. It's good damage. It's stab. It's our best move. We don't know what else we really need to do with this guy, but that's something that has to happen. So you don't need to finish the Mon. You don't need to finish anything here. We just need to have a solid move here. For Comfey here, we know that we're going to want Trick Room here. Know that we're going to want Trick Room, and then I think the next thing we know we're going to want is going to be Floral Healing. And remember, this is going to be combining with our Triage ability, giving ourselves a +3 priority. And remember, even if Psychic Terrain's on the board, you can always hit your teammate with priority moves. So we're actually going to be still in a really, really good spot. We're going to be able to heal up our Copperajah, heal up our Gastrodon, and just be in a relatively good spot here. I really, really like this. Armarouge. Do we need Trick Room on Armarouge? Do we need Wide Guard? What do we want to do with this Armarouge? We're going to probably want Expanding Force. And we're probably going to want, I'm going to go with, well, I don't know if I want Armor Cannon or Heat Wave yet. I'm going to leave it blank. For Indity, we're going to go with, I'm so degenerate with this team. I'm popping it off right here. I know that we're going to want Follow Me. Do we know if we want Trick Room? It's hard to say. Probably, right? But we don't know yet. We know that we want this, though. So let's leave it. With Sneasler, we're going to want Dire Claw. That's the move that you use this move for. And then we're probably also going to want Close Combat. Do we want Fake Out? Do we want Protect? Do we want Throat Chop? Do we want Coaching? I don't know yet. Those are all definitely options, but we don't know if we need to use them. So let's just go on to the last Mon, Gastrodon here. Gastrodon is a little bit of a harder Mon to use. I'm probably going to want Earth Power, right? This is going to be how we break things. And yes, we could go things like Muddy Water, we can go things like Hydro Pump, we can go Clear Smog. There's a lot of good options for Gastrodon. I'm going to leave the Muddy Water and all those off right now. And so what I do is after one round of going through and adding like one move at a time to each of the mons that I like, I go back and I look now at this Copperajah and I think, now that I can see the rest of the team just a little bit better, is there anything I need to add that the team that brings to the attention what I want to do with this team? So let's take a look at some of the physical moves Copperajah gets. Sort this by physical on Pokemon Showdown, and we can sort of see like there are a lot of really good moves here. Do I need Heat Crash? Maybe. Do I want Knockoff? That's definitely an option. I think I'm gonna go with the Play Rough here. I think Play Rough could actually have some viability. It's great into things like Dragonite. Let's see if there are any other physical moves. So physical right here, double physical. We could go with that Rock Blast like we were talking about. It gets Supercell Slam. That's actually really funny. It gets Rock Slide, which I might want to use. So let's put that there. Rock Slide is a good little AoE. It's always a good idea to have just a little bit of AoE if you want. So pretty good stuff. All right, next mon, Comfey. Do we need to be able to actually use Draining Kiss? I think that's actually a good question. Do we need to use that? Supercell Slam is wild. It is, right? People do not know that it gets that move. We could use Giga Drain or Draining Kiss, and I don't think either of them are very required in this format. I think what I might want to do with this Comfey is going to be a little bit different. We're going to come back to Comfey when I've shown you guys a little bit more about what I want to do with this team. Armarouge, I still don't know exactly how I want to play it, but we're moving forward. Let's start finishing up by, well, let's cut a little bit to the chase. Let's add some of the items I'm thinking about using. I'm going to add an Assault Vest here. I think bulky Copperajah with Assault Vest is going to be very nice. I think Sash Indity is going to be very good. You probably are wondering, why aren't you using Indity Male? I don't want them to know that I'm going really, really aggressive. We're going to be using Sneasler here with Unburden and Psy Seeds. So we're going to be having an aggressive mode here that actually preserves like the Indity to be able to like redirect, so Sneasler doesn't have to deal with like dual wing beats or any sort of weird physical attacks, and it can just utilize the fact that it has a pretty decent Spadef boosted by the Psy Seeds to actually wall out Dangos and stuff. And then the Armarouge. You say Power Meteor Beam. We're going deeper. Scarf Armarouge. Scarf Armarouge. I think Scarf Armarouge is they're gonna be like, like when I lead into the Armarouge and I'm Scarfed Armarouge and like Sash Indity and they're just like, and then they finally kill one and I bring out Sneasler and they're like, you, and it, I don't gotta do anything, man. I'm just using Armarouge out here, man. I'm just trying to game. So those are some of our items so far. The Gastrodon, I'm probably going to end up making this Gastrodon into a Life Orb set, actually. I think Life Orb Gastrodon is going to be what I want. And then the Comfey here. I was thinking about going Covert Cloak, but we don't need it. I was thinking about going Rocky Helmet, actually. I think Rocky Helmet can have a lot of value. I was thinking like what we really need off this guy. Safety Goggles is not required because we we out-prioritize the Amoonguss, right? So I'm trying to think like what we need to do here. Don't really have anything that needs to happen on the Comfey. We don't have anything that needs to be done. Let's keep on looking here. What else can we put on this Comfey? Oh, dude, I got it. Here we go. Watch this. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, look at that. Look at the, oh, that's so good. I'm gonna put the Mental Orb, yeah. That's what I was gonna do. I was gonna put the Mental Orb on it. That's the set that we want with this Comfey. Whoo! Sheesh, we're gaming out here. Big heals, big Tailwind Trick Room Encore, the king of speed control, Comfey. Very, very cool stuff. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So now that we know a lot of our items, we can really start fleshing out these sets. We have one more slot here. We got to think of what do we need to hit? Probably ground. I think that there is an option for Earthquake to be good. I think that high horsepower, though, is still fine. So we're going to put high horsepower there, and we're just going to leave it at that. Comfey's done. Armarouge is going to have Armor Cannon. I kind of think I need Heat Wave, though, too. Let's put Heat Wave. Let's also put Armor Cannon. And then what is this last move that we want? Oh! Destiny Bond. It's so good. You ever seen Destiny Bond Armarouge? It's one of my favorites, bro. Aura Sphere. Nah, you just Destiny Bonded, bro. Just Destiny Bond. Easy. Easy Destiny Bond. Now, I'm thinking, do I even want, like, Trick Room here? I think what I might... Not Trick Room. Yeah, I think I do want it. I think I will put Trick Room here. That way we have 2 Trick Room setters. And then I'm thinking, since I am Sash, I can probably get away with, like, Psychic. Probably Psychic here. I'm going to go Ghost to block, like, weird Pop Bomb stuff. And I'm thinking, like, what is this last move? I can go... Heal Pulse is not bad. Helping Hand is actually not bad at all. But I'm going to go very aggressive. So, like, I think I might want to go Shadow Ball or Dazzling Gleam. And I'm wondering which one would be better. I think I like the Shadow Ball in the Dango. It's a lot of damage that they're probably not thinking of taking. We could even go Tera Blast and go with, like, a weird Tera. And it's a standard, like, normal move if we want. What would be a good Tera here? What would be a good 4 times, like... that. Oh, dude, I love this. This is so degenerate. Oh, King Gambit? You mean you're going to stop Expanding Force? How about you stop these, please? Oh my gosh, we're so degenerate out here. Sneasler, we're going to go Throat Chop. And we're going to go Protect. And Gastrodon. Gastrodon's the last kind of weird mon. I'm going to go Hydro on my Gastrodon. This lets you Oko Ursaluna with the Life Orb chip after we get... we don't need a Storm Drain proc, but it's really, really nice. And then I think we want Protect here, obviously. I think Protect Recover is probably good. I think, though, that we do kind of need Clear Smog. Otherwise, we cannot break... we can't break the Dozo. But you know what? I don't care. Ice Beam. Ice Beam, don't care. W team. This is a cool team, right? So all we need to do now that we've done all this, we kind of save our Terras for last. We could even put Icy in there if we wanted, but I don't think we need to. Now we just do our EVs, right? So for Gastrodon EVs, I want to make this guy as slow as humanly possible because why not, right? I want to be playing it in Trick Room. I don't really plan on playing it in any of the fast modes. And then from there, I want that big special attack. I'm talking that big special attack. We're going to put just enough points here to make ourselves take 1 damage less from Life Orb. Anytime you end your HP in 9, you take 1 less damage from the Life Orb. And then from there, we can just throw the bulk of our points up into the rest of our stats. Easy peasy. Gonna be right. Sorry, we don't cut that last one up. We just go 236 in Spadef. It's better to put your points into Spadef, in my opinion, on Gastrodon, because, like, what is Gastrodon eating? Special attacks. Like, physical attacks. Like, what physical attacks are really harming Gastrodon in this format? Like, if you're eating a Grassy Glide, you're dead, right? You don't need to put or defense investment to stop that. Maybe, like, a Kowtow Cleave could be a problem, but, like, a lot of the mons that would be actually hitting the Gastrodon are going to be special, with, like, you know, Eruptions, Make It Rains, things like that. You want to mitigate those damages the best that you can. And we want to go Speed Reduced. Sneasler. I actually like to, when I play my Sneaslers, go 140 Jolly when I play them. And this lets me outspeed what would be a full speed Adamant Sneasler by 1 point. So 140 here. It's one of my favorite Sneasler sets. And you can still just go to 252, 4 cut up with the last 108 in HP. Gives you a little bit more bulk. And the Sneasler, you know, trades. Kind of nice. I like this set quite a bit. Indity, we're going to be playing a Sash set, right? So since we're playing a Sash set, we can just cruise control for cool around here. And just go max speed. I'm talking max speed here, that big Indity, right? I do like this. Very, very cool stuff. Armarouge, right? Armarouge also, big speed. Doesn't need to be this fast. We only really need to be... No, I'm gonna go this fast, dude. I'm gonna cook it, bro. Armarouge busted. Love this for us. Cut up that last little 8 from the special attack into 2 sets of 4. Make ourselves a little bit bulkier. Comfey can max out that HP stat. Comfey has a pretty good speed. We're going to put 4 there just in case so we can maybe outspeed some other fake out users. Maybe we want to put 12 there to make sure we're outspeeding other ones to get to 121. And then from there, again, you just want to heavily max out the Spadef stat because that's where we would be taking a brunt of our damage is the special attack stats. Those Eruptions, you know, big water attacks. The nature on Indity isn't in. Oh, you're right. Thank you. Look at this. Stream catching us all over here. 150, so good. Indity's so busted. Armor's good, Comfey good. Copperajah's the last one. We can go speed reduce 0 speed on this little guy as well. And from there, we can max out that big attack stat. Max out the HP, except for we don't. We just need to get to 218. Because this lets us outvalue Final Gambit Annihilate by 1. And then we just throw the bulk of these points into Spadef. So we don't need min speed found we don't need min speed found a min attack shiny. There you go, right? We're not going to be building it in game. We're just going to be playing with it on a showdown here. So now that I've gotten all these things done, the last thing I like to do is make sure my Terras are correct. Gastrodon, I like to go Flying Tera. Remember how we talked about changing some of our Terras to help us deal with the fact that we have a very big weakness to ground. Gastrodon, while not being weak to ground, this lets us mitigate our grass weakness and at the same time gives us a ground, you know, nullification if need be. Sneasler, I like to double dip that Dark on this guy to be able to pair with our Throat Chop. Indity, we know we have Fighting. Armarouge. Armarouge is a weird one. I think that I do like Psychic. I think that I like the double dip Psychic on this guy. We're going to see if it works. For Comfey, it's kind of weird. I don't really know exactly what I want to do. But at the same time, like, I feel like Steel is where I'm very comfortable with Comfey. But I feel like, what are you going to hit me with? What moves would Comfey be eating? You say Water? I think Water's very standard. I'll go Water. I think Water is the correct play, because it lets you flip the Trick Moves back versus Torkoals, right? I think Steel is why I like it, because you can avoid the Dire Claws. And then the Copperajah. Stellar. Stellar. Oh, we are stellar right now with this Copperajah. We're going to be styling on this guy. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about here. So that is the team. The last thing you got to do is go for that big validation. And we're going to go play some games. All right. First game, we got Magmar Whims. So if we get the Trick Room up here, we would win. So the cool thing about this is, like, we could go, like, crazy aggressive and just, like, swing for the fences and, like, rip-a-roni this guy. Or we could just not. Like, I actually think there's probably a world where, like, I lead Armarouge and maybe Gastrodon, and I bring in my Indity. Can you guys just let me do this, like, once? Even if I lose, I'm doing this. This is going to be the coolest thing I've ever seen. We're not bringing the Copperajah. I'm so sorry. We're going to have to bring it in a sec. Because I do think we could just Trick Room and win with Copperajah, but this is a really cool board. This is going to be a really cool example of a fun mechanic. Armarouge and Gastrodon on the board. Let's see if they lead Rilla. They don't. Now, one of the cool things here is this board says you have to bring in your Rillaboom, because I have a Storm Drain Gastrodon. So what's going to happen is you're going to switch out one of these mons for Rillaboom, and I'm going to switch out my Gastrodon for my Indity. And the way this is going to work, since your mons are both faster than my Gastrodon, you switch in first with your Rillaboom, and that means I switch out second, since it always swaps based off speed tier. So I can go Psychic Tera, Expanding Force, right here, GG's, shake my hand unless you're bad. They're bad. Just kidding. Oh my gosh, why are you so bad? Why are you alive? Last respects. That's crazy, I didn't do anything. Wisp? Oh my gosh, I don't care, bro. Cool, that's fine. We need to prioritize this speed tier. We want to go here. We want to pivot back out for the Gastrodon, because we want to stop them from pivoting out there and Aqua Jetting here. Gaming. Oh, I'm so good at this game when I'm gaming out here. Sheesh. And we targeted correctly. Oh, feels good, man. All right. This Expanding Force is about to be generational. Now, you could have two really good mons, like Sneasler, Dango. We know you have the weaker Magmar, right? But let's see what happens. We still got some good mons, too. Like, Indity's still good. Like, I think we still got, like, a Sneasler back there, too. Yeah, we are still gaming out here. So we are going to... I could Protect and just chunk that and soak the damage and force you to bring your last mon and then do my combo. Oh, I love that. Would I really be able to get away with that? It's a good question. I don't know if I need to do any of this. Because I can also swap in here. I like this. I'm not being weird. U-turn. Yeah, that's a great play. See how I didn't take the bait with the Armarouge and the Indity? I didn't do it. I didn't do anything weird. There's your Sneasler. Sucks you get your terrain boost, but it's fine. Ooh, no. He flamethrowed an Armarouge, dude. Crazy, dude. Nutty. Nutty professor out here. Wow. I can read the Rilla pivot. Oh. And just get a little bit of health. We're still trying to game. This guy's playing the long game out here. Good Protect, man. This guy's cooking, man. Wisp, I'm not letting you do that, though. No. How about a little bit of no with a little bit of nopers? A little bit of noperoni and cheese. I think I can actually get away with just close combat here and pivot in my Indity. I think they outspeed. But I think this gets me a big tub of value here. Sneasler's Protect's going to be on cooldown, though. Actually, let me think about that. He's going to blow Tera here. Blow your Tera. Oh, Rilla on that slot? Bro, you're cooking, bro. Wisp is fine. Yeah, we're Dire Claw bot at this point. And now your terrain is no longer here. You are going to pop a U-turn, I think. I do think, and yes, I really do think. We're just going to try and get some sleeps. Dire Claw's a good move. So they got Sneasel in the back that does not have an Unburden boost, potentially more, so Armarouge should outspeed. Which means, like, we're kind of setting up a board state where I just come in with Indity Armarouge and just fold you in like a chocolate sandwich cookie, bro. And the sleep! Let's freaking go! Oh my gosh, you think I care about that flamethrower, bro? You think I care about that flamethrower? You think I don't care. I don't care. Oof. Protect, try, wake up. Wake up, don't wake up. Oh, no, wake up, no! Ah, drum beating. Oh, dude, we got cooked, bro. We got cooked. We got absolutely slain out here. We got slain. All right, we're going to get a double KO here. You're going to pivot in the Sneasel and lose it. This is the right play? Yeah, I can't believe they got a one-turn sleep, dude. Dumpy! Alright, oh, and then we win. Oh! 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 Oh, we take it. Sneasler, never heard of it, bro. Where you looking? Bobbing, weaving, moving, grooving D's, bro. Oof, psychic! It's gonna get worse for you before it gets better. Oh, just kidding. He's slower than me, though? That's nutty, dude. Good thing I'm so fast instead of so slow. Protect. You can try and wait this out, bro. Ain't gonna work. Dude, I'm Indity. Double protect? No. Stop it. And he's Ghost Tera. That's weird. We take those wins all the way to the bank. Yo, wins up. Big wins up. I'm gaming again. We are gaming again. We gotta use Copperajah. Oh my gosh, it's a mono EV team. Sounds like a job for your boy, Copperajah. Alright, so we gotta get a TR up. Cool. Those work. Awesome. So the way this one wants to work is into the Armarouge. We're going to just dump truck something with the big Armarouge, get the TR up with our Sash Indity, lose the Armarouge to something stupid, right? And then from there, just bring out the Copperajah and go pop, 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 pop. Easy peasy, right? So let's see what they want to do here. Let's go. That's Armor Cannon. Actually, I'm just going to say, bro, don't make me click this the Destiny Bomb, bro. I will click it. Expanding Force. Trick Room. Bro, I have a Gastrodon. Oh, the Weavion, dude, he got popped, bro. Waterfall? Yo, water D's, dude. What are you doing out here? Holy moly. Value. So I can just pivot in my Gastrodon. Go for value here. Dude, if you want to go that freeze drive route, dude, do it. Oh, I could do that. I could do it. Don't even act like I can't. I could do it, dude. I could do it. I'm going to pivot in the Gastrodon and just go for a second into the Glaceon. That's fair. I can't Destiny. I would have had to do it last turn. Oh, I died. I didn't take the bait with the Fighting Tera play. Oh, value. Spit F drop, never lucky. Oof. Alright, so we can take that out. I mean, that should KO there. It's time for your boy. The Copper Cat has hit the building. Alice, which is just bad. It's not. Aqua Ring. Aqua Ring's actually kind of sick. Dude, I wish that Gastron got Storm Dragon. He's like, no, pay your rent, bro. Sylveon, dude. Oh my gosh, it's Sylveon. Stellar. A stellar. Stellar Copperajah. About to be popping it off out here. What you got? Show me. Show me what you're working with out here. Come on. He's like, I can't believe they actually had the Copperajah. Big damage. Big damage. Oh my gosh, we just O-code of Vaporeon. What? Oh my gosh. The win's up, bro. Heck yeah, dude. That's 2-0. They weren't scared of the cop, but should they have? No Flareon? I mean, my team kind of says no Flareon. I got Gastrodon and Armarouge, you know? I say no TY, my guy. And we're going up into Titan. Okay. How do I want to deal with this? I mean, Trick Room's good here. I think the Trick Room's fine. Are you gonna Wide Guard me? Do I care? You see how Gastron's like really good looking here? Like Gastron's pretty attractive. Copperajah. I love just making like random teams too. I think it's so much fun. I think it's so much fun, like making just like random teams that just like utilize weird mechanics and like different features. Like this looks on paper like a hard TR team with like a fast Sneasler option if need be. And you're almost right, but we have like Tailwind on the Comfey, like we have like the Scarf Destiny Bond Armarouge, right? Is that a Belgium Co-Star team? It might be. It looks like it is. We're gonna see how it works against our boy Armarouge here. Bro, he cooking. He do be cooking good looking out here. Let's think about what we want to do in this situation. Oh, yeah, that was a fat L, bro. Yo, he knew what was coming. He knew it, bro. He knew it. He's like, That's funny. 3-0. That's why I love team building, even if it's not always successful, right? That's how it works, right? So let's see, a little bit of Typhlosion. Look at this boy, look at this Armarouge. These are good. Copperajah, Gastro, we're gonna try this. If this works, that's really cool. If it doesn't work, like, I'm still gaming. So if they want to lead with something like Typhlosion, oh, Armarouge says GG's. If you want to lead like Incin and something like, I will let you KO this Armarouge. I will Destiny Bond the absolute crap out of your Incineroar, bro. Like, it will be the most freest Destiny Bond the world has ever seen. Until it's not and you hit my entity, I'll be really sad. Let's see what they want to lead with, though. Let's see. Survey says, Armarouge entity versus Typhlosion and Mouse. Alright. Time to go slapping out here. Time to get slapping. I outspeed, but you gotta be scarfed to even do anything to me. Yep. We're just gonna set up for the Copper Cat. Do I even need to do that though? Like, I outspeed all your stuff. This is probably right. Yep. I'm just gonna be respectful. See how respectful I am, dude? Look how respectful your boy is out here. Shadow. Oh, I'm so respectful. Oh my gosh, my respect. Oh. You're pivoting in Sin. Oh, Incin D's, please. Incin D's. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, show me that Incin, baby. Let's go. Come on. I'm about to be cooking. Love that. Follow me right there. Oh, that's so good. Come on. Show me that Incin pivot. If not, you just get folded by Expanding Force, and that's fine. Yeah. Folded by Expanding Force. Easiest game of my life. Like, yo, we're cooking out here. Show me the Incin. Do it. Incin, there it is. Luna, there it is. 1, 2, 3, I'm clicking Expanding Force. I'm gonna go Psychic here. We're gonna double dip there. Worst case scenario, we lose that. And then we just bring out what, like Gastro? Ooh, I don't like that actually. Doesn't really matter. You can protect. Why is he so fast? I'm scarfed. Scarf Armarouge. Good protect. I don't know who he was supposed to taunt. It's kind of hard to say, right? I don't think I die here. Parting. Oh, that is not it, though. And he's going to go Tera Ghost, most likely. So we just got to get the Ursa off the board. Oh, you mean who is supposed to set TR? Well, you normally taunt the Entity, force the Armarouge to set the TR, right? It's good damage. Entity's going to cook. Look at that damage. Woo, sheesh. Knock off Dunzo. This is going to be Sash Clock for me. Headlong. Ooh, okay. Awesome. Alright, 2 more turns, he's gone. So we can go with... Technically, Gastro is better. If we attack here and attack here, we should be able to protect, wait them out. I want this. This is still right, though. So they're going to protect, hit our Entity, right? And we're just going to try and wait out the burn. Yo, what is up? What is up? Ghost Tera. Yo, we game it. Oh, we get the crit. Yo, cooking. Knockoff, dude. I do not care. Don't care. Damage. Oh, that's still big damage. Cool. Now we can just keep on doing that damage. Or we can even just go, like, protect, pivot in the copper, come back out, just click Psychic. Just easy peasy. Cool. Don't need to be weird about it. 4 bits is good. We actually don't care about that. That's a lot of chip on their side. Look at that chip, bro. Copper gaming. Technically, that's a W for your Copper boy out here. Psychic breaks it. We take those. He's like, ha, I'm gonna make a read. And it's like, yeah, we take those. Dumping. Undefeated out here. Is that 4-0? 4-0, dude. I haven't even... like really well. I think the idea of like these two with like Sneasler Gastro on the back is actually really good into the meta. I've thought about using this core for a while. I think Copperajah slips on very well if you want to use a Trick Room mode. I think people see the Comfey and they think it's more like a weird like body press iron defense set, and they try and play for value. And when you try and play for value versus like Scarf Armarouge, you just end up taking the L, right? So that's why this team kind of works. And I just want to say again, thank you so much for showing some support on the channel.